Hello students, welcome to my channel. My name is Seema Gupta and today I will explain you advanced problem of transportation problem chapter. So you can see here we have given this table, and in this table all the necessary information on the available supply to each warehouse, the requirement of each market and the unit transportation cost from each warehouse to each market is already given. And as you can see in this table, the clerk also already worked out the schedule from his experience and he already did allocation. So students, now we don't have any need to do allocations, but we have to check whether this schedule is optimal or not, means whether the solution is optimal or not. Here you can see we have to calculate whether the clerk has made the optimal schedule. Second, we have to calculate its minimum total shipping cost, and we have to calculate this third, fourth and fifth point also. So students, now we start our sum. So we have this original matrix and these are our allocations. So we can see we have 6 allocations: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So now we have to check whether these allocations are equal to m plus n minus 1 or not. So m plus n means row plus column. We have 3 rows and 4 columns. So 3 plus 4 minus 1. So 7 minus 1 is equal to 6, and we have number of allocations are also equal to 6. So we can say our number of allocations are equal to m plus n minus 1, means we have to now calculate our ui plus vj matrix. So students, we will calculate ui values and vj values. So now here we will write u1, u2, u3, v1, v2, v3 and v4. So we will write the value of u1. You can here write 0 because we always start with u1. So we have u1 is equal to 0. Now we can calculate v2 because u1 plus v2 is equal to this cell. So we can say 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Now we will calculate value of v3 because u1 plus v3 is equal to this cell. So we can say 0 plus v3 means 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. Now we will calculate value of v4 because u1 plus v4 is equal to this cell. So we can say 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. Now we have to calculate value of u2. u2 plus v3 is equal to this cell, means u2 plus v3 is equal to 1. So we can say u2 is equal to minus 3 because minus 3 plus 4 is equal to 1. So students, now we have to calculate value of u3 and value of v1. u3 plus v4 is equal to this cell. So we can say u3 plus 4 is equal to 7. So here we will write 3 because 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. Now we will calculate value of v1. So 3 plus v1 is equal to this cell, means v1 is equal to 1. So you can see here we have all ui values and all vj values. Now we will make our ui plus vj matrix. So students, here we will calculate values for these blank cells because these are our allocated cells. Here we will write 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Minus 3 plus 1 is equal to minus 2. And here minus 3 plus 2 is equal to minus 1. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And here we will write minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. So students, you can see this is our ui plus vj matrix. Now we will calculate our next matrix. For this matrix, we need our original matrix and ui plus vj matrix. These are our allocated cells and these blank cells are our unallocated cells. We have to calculate value for these blank cells. For this cell, what we will do? We will write here difference of this cell and this cells. So 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. For this cell, we will write here 4 minus 2. So we can say 4 minus 2 is equal to plus 6. And for this cell, we will write here the difference of this cell and this cell. So we can say 8 minus 1 is equal to 9. For next cell, we will check this cell. Here we have 6. So 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. So now we will calculate this cell. For this cell, we will check here 6. 6 minus 0 is equal to 6. And for the last cell, 5 and here 6. So 5 minus 6 is equal to minus 1. So students, you can see we have calculated this matrix, and in this matrix we have all positive values, but you can see here we have one negative value. So we have to check here whether all values are positive or not. If all the values are positive or greater than 0, then we can say our solution is optimal. But if we have one or more value is negative, then the solution is not optimal. So here we have to check the most negative value. So students, we have one negative value, so it is our also most negative value minus 1. So we will do here loop formation with this value. So students, you can see here this value is negative and these cells are allocated cells. So our loop will be like this. These are our allocated cell. We can make loop like this. We have to make here closed loop. And these are our corners. From here we will start and here we will assign plus. Here we will assign minus, now plus, now minus. We have to assign these signs. So students, you can see in the original matrix, here we have allocation of 1, here we have 9, here we have 1. So here 1, 1, 9. These are the allocations. So you can see 1 is the minimum value. So here we will write 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. Here we will write minus 1. So if here we have already allocation of 1. If we will add 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Here we will minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is equal to 0, means nothing. Here we will write minus 1. So 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. Here we have nothing. We have to add plus 1. So now we have allocations like this. These are our old allocations 7, 12, 15. And now here we have 2 because first of all we have 1. Now we have add 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. And here we have deduct minus 1. So 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. Here we have 1. So these are our new allocations. So students, this is our new revised matrix. So we will calculate again ui plus vj values. Now we have to write here u1, here u2, u3, v1, v2, v3 and v4. So first of all students, we will write u1 as 0 because we always start with u1. So here we will write 0. u1 is equal to 0. So we will calculate the value of v2 because u1 plus v2 is equal to this cell. So 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Now we will calculate v3 because 0 plus v3 is equal to 4. So 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. Now u1 plus v4 is equal to this cell. So 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. Now we will calculate value of u2. u2 plus v3 is equal to 1. So here we have 4. We can say here we have minus 3 because minus 3 plus 4 is equal to 1. Now we will calculate value of u3 and value of v1. Here we have u3 plus v4 is equal to this cell. So u3 is equal to 2 because 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Now we will calculate value of v1. u3 plus v1 is equal to this cell. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So students, you can see we have all ui values and all vj values. Here we will write these values. Now we will calculate this ui plus vj matrix. So students, you can see this matrix. These values are our allocated values. We have allocations in these cells. So these value will be same. Now we have to calculate value for this cell. 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Minus 3 plus 2 is equal to minus 1. For this cell, minus 3 plus 2 is equal to minus 1. For this cell, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. For this cell, 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. For this cell, minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. So students, you can see we have calculated this ui plus vj matrix. Now we have to calculate this matrix, and we will calculate this matrix with the help of our new revised matrix and ui plus vj matrix. Students, you can see these are our allocated cells and these blank cells are our unallocated cells. We have to calculate value for these unallocated cells. So for this cell, we will write the difference of this cell and this cell. So 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. And for this cell, 4 minus 1 is equal to 5. And for this cell, 8 minus 1 is equal to 9. For this cell, 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. And for this cell, 7 minus 6 is equal to 1. And for the last cell, we have here 6 and we have here 0. So 6 minus 0 is equal to 6. So students, you can see we have calculated this matrix, and in this matrix we have all positive values, no negative value. So we can say our solution is optimal. And students, you can learn here that the clerk has already did allocations, but you can see the clerk didn't find optimal solution. So this is the optimal solution. Now we will calculate our minimum total shipping cost. For this, we will check our allocations. So first of all, we have warehouse A. A has given supply to second and third and fourth. Now we will write as A to second, A to third, A to fourth. We will write also our units. 12 to 8, as you can see in the matrix. And the transportation cost is 2, 4, 3. And for the next warehouse B, B has given supply to third warehouse, third market. You can see as B to third. And the transportation cost is 1 and the allocation is 15. So next warehouse C, C to 1 and C to 4th. Our units are 7 and 1 and the cost is 4 and 5. As you can see, we have calculated our minimum cost. 12 into 2 is equal to 24, 2 into 4 is equal to 8, 8 into 3 is equal to 24, 15 into 1 is equal to 15, 7 into 4 is equal to 28, 1 into 5 is equal to 5, and the total of these costs are 104. So our minimum total shipping cost is 104. Now we will move to our second point. In the next question, we have to calculate if the clerk is approached by a courier of route C to second, who offers to reduce his rate in the hope of getting some business, by how much should the rate be reduced before the clerk should consider giving him an order? So we have to calculate, we have to find the route in which warehouse C give order to second number market. So students, you can see C has given to 1 first and C has given to 4th. Now we will give all order to second number market. So you have to check the cost in the second number market. You can see second number market cost is 6 for the warehouse C. So we have to allocate the cost. We have to minimize the cost in this way. So our total minimum cost will be less than 104. It should not be greater than 104. So, if the clerk wants to consider the courier of route C to second only, then instead of 7 units to 1 and 1 units to 4th, it will involve shifting of 7 units from A second to A1 and 1 unit to A4th, which results in the matrix. Students, now I will calculate this matrix. So students, you can see in this matrix, we have allocation of 12 in the second market from A warehouse. We will give 7 to this. So here we will write 7. And one allocation we will give to this cell, 4th number cell. So now here we have 9. Now here we have left only 4. And this allocation will be same and also this allocation will be same. Now here we will write 8. We will give 8 from C to second. Now you can see these are our allocations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 allocations. So now we will find the cost. Here we can write A to 1, A to second, A to third, A to 4th and B to third and C to second. Now we will write here our units and cost. So students, you can see we have calculated our cost and our cost is 141 and our minimum cost is 104. So the additional transportation cost is equal to 37. So you can see if courier of C wants to take the order, then he should reduce the cost by rupees 4.63 because we have to less this price. We have to deduct this 37. So if we calculate this, we have to minimize our cost by 4.63. So that total cost of transportation remains the same and the clerk can give him business. If we reduce this price, our cost will be 104. As here we can write 4.63. If we minimize our cost from 6 to 4.63, then our total cost will be 104. Let's see. As 8 into 4.63 is equal to 37.04. So if we will less from 141 minus 37, then we will have 104, which is our minimum cost. So we have to reduce our cost by 4.63. So our cost should be 3.37, not this 6. So now we have our fourth point. In the fourth point, we have to calculate if the supply from warehouse B, this warehouse, reduces to 11 units like this, 15 to 11 units, and the requirement of market third, this market, reduces to 17 to 13 units, then we have to find our optimal solution, optimal transportation schedule. You can see here the difference is 4. 17 minus 13 is equal to 4. So the difference is 4. And here the difference is also 4. 15 minus 11 is equal to 4. So we will check here the allocation. Here we have allocation is 15. You can see in the matrix you have allocation here 15. So we will calculate this allocation and our all allocations will be remain same. You can see we have these old allocations and here we will write 11. So 2 and 11 is equal to 13 and here we have only 11. So 11 is equal to 11 and all allocations are same, like 7 is equal to 7, 12 is equal to 12, 2 plus 11 is equal to 13, 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. So you can see requirement is the same and here 12 plus 2 14, 14 plus 8 is equal to 22 and here 11 is equal to 11. Here 7 plus 1 is equal to 8. So we can say our solution is optimal and we didn't change anything. Now we will calculate our fifth point. In the fifth point, we have to calculate if supply from warehouse A also reduces to 19 units, like this supply 22 to 19. And the requirement of third reduces further to 10 units, like this 13 to 10. Then we have to find optimal solution and we have to check whether our optimal solution of fourth point will be changed or not. So now we will focus on this matrix. Students, you can see here we have 10 and here we have 11. So in the old matrix here we have 11. So we can't give it to 10 because if we write here 10 then here we have 11 and our solution will not match. So we will find our allocations for this cell. So students, now we will use our Vogel's approximation method to find the solution. And in the Vogel approximation method, we will check our minimum value in this first row. And here 2 is the minimum value in this row and next minimum value is 3. So the difference of 2 and 3 is 1. We will repeat the same process for the next row. Here we have 1 as minimum value and next minimum value is 4. So the difference of 4 and 1 is equal to 3. And for the next row, we have 4 as minimum value and next minimum value is 5. Difference of 4 and 5 is 1. We will repeat the same process for columns also. Here we have 4 and next minimum value is 4. So here we can write 0. Here we have 2 and next minimum value is 6. So the difference is 4. Here we have 1 as minimum value and next minimum value is 4. So the difference is 3. Here we have 3 as minimum value and next minimum value is 5 and the difference is 2. So student, you can see from this side and this side we have maximum penalty is 4. So we will select this column. So we will allocate first of all to this cell. We can allocate 12 to this cell. So students, you can see our this column has been fully satisfied. Now we have to repeat the same process. We have to check this row. Here our minimum value is 3 and next minimum value is 4. So the difference is 1. Here we have minimum value is 1 and then 4. Then the difference is 3. Here we have minimum value is 4 and next minimum value is 5 and the difference is 1. Here also the difference remain same and this column also satisfied. And here we have 1 as minimum value, next minimum value is 4 and the difference is 3. Here we have minimum value is 3 and the next minimum value is 5 and the difference is 2. So students, you can see here we have maximum penalty is 3 and here we have also 3. So we can select any side. If we select this penalty, then this column will be selected, and if we select this side, then this row will be selected, but the cell will be same, this cell. We can allocate 10 to this cell. You can see our this column also has been fully satisfied. Now we will repeat the same process. Here we have 5, here we have 3, and the difference is 2. Here we have 4, here we have 6, and the difference is 2. Here we have 4 and here we have 5, and the difference is 1. Here we have 0 because 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. And here we have difference is 2. 3 minus 5 is equal to 2. So students, you can see our maximum penalty is 2. Here, here and here. These are our maximum penalties. We will select our this column. Otherwise we can select this row and this row. You can see our minimum cost is 3, which belongs to this column and also belongs to this row. So students, we will allocate 7 to this cell. So you can see our this row has been fully satisfied. So we will check for this cell. 4 and 6, difference is 2. 4 and 5, difference is 1. And for this column, difference is 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. These are already satisfied, and here the difference is 1. So students, you can see our maximum penalty is 2. So we will satisfy this row. So we will allocate here 1. So you can see our this row has been fully satisfied. Now we have to check this row. In this row we have minimum cost is 4. So we will allocate to this cell 6. Now our this column has been fully satisfied. This column also has been fully satisfied, and this column has been also fully satisfied. Now we will give it 2. 7 and 2 is equal to 9, also satisfied. And here 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. This column also has been satisfied. So students, you can see we have calculated this matrix and we have also calculated our allocations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and we have number of allocations are equal to 6, which is also equal to m plus n minus 1. So students, now we have to calculate our ui plus vj values. So we have right here u1, u2, u3, v1, v2, v3, v4. And now we have to write u1 as 0. So if u1 is equal to 0, then we will calculate value of v2. Because u1 plus v2 is equal to this cell. So we can write here 2, because 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Then we will calculate this cell, v4. Because 0 plus v4 is equal to this cell. So 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. Now we will calculate our other ui and vj values. u3 plus v4 is equal to this cell. So we can say 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. u3 plus v1 is equal to this cell. So we can say v1 is equal to 2, because 2 plus 2 is equal to this cell. Means 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. u2 plus v1 is equal to this cell. So we can say u2 is equal to 2, because 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. u2 plus v3 is equal to 1. So we can say 2 plus v3 is equal to 1, means 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So students, you can see we have calculated our all ui values and all vj values. So we will calculate this matrix, ui plus vj matrix. Here we have u1 is equal to 0, u2 is equal to 2, u3 is equal to 2, v1 is equal to 2, V2 is equal to 2, V3 is equal to -1 and V4 is equal to 3. So students, these are our allocated cells. We will calculate value for these blank cells and these blank unallocated cells, like 0 plus 2 is equal to 2, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, 0 plus -1 is equal to -1, 2 plus -1 is equal to 1, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So we have calculated our this ui plus vj matrix. Now we will calculate our this matrix. These are our allocated cells and these blank cells are our unallocated cells. We have to calculate value for these blank cells. First of all, for this cell we will use original matrix. Here in the first cell of original matrix we have 5 and here we have 2. So 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. For this cell we have 8 in the original matrix and 4 in the ui plus vj matrix. So we can say 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. For this cell we have 6 in the original matrix and 4 in the ui plus vj matrix. So we can say 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. For this cell we have 4 in the original matrix and -1 in the ui plus vj matrix. So we can say 4 minus -1 is equal to 5. For this cell we have 7 in the original matrix and 1 in the ui plus vj matrix. So we can say 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. And for the last cell we have 6 in the original matrix and 5 in the ui plus vj matrix. So we can say 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. So you can see we have calculated this matrix and we have all positive values in this matrix. So we can say our solution is optimal, because if we have some negative value, one or more negative value, then we can't say our solution is optimal. But now we have got all positive values, so we can say our solution is optimal. So our sum completes here. So if you find this video helpful and like it, then please like it and share it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching this video.